Good morning, students. So, students, continuing with chapter 4 of class 8th biology, that is endocrine system. Today we have to discuss the fourth gland, and this is the last gland which we have to discuss, and the gland is pancreas. Okay, pancreas, students, it is exocrine gland as well as it is endocrine gland. So, pancreas is the example of heterocrine gland. Heterocrine gland means a gland which is ductless also or which is having duct also. Means it is performing dual function. It is having endocrine gland also and it is having exocrine gland also. So exocrine cells, what they do, they secretes pancreatic juice, and this pancreatic juice which is secreted from pancreas, it plays a major role in digestion process in the small intestine. Okay, and endocrine cells, they secretes three special type of cells which are alpha cells also known as glucagon, beta cells also known as insulin, and gamma cells which is also known as somatostatin. So these three together, they are represented by a special term which is known as islets of Langerhans. Okay, so islets of Langerhans is a special name given to the group of these cells together, that is alpha cells, beta cells and gamma cells. Okay, now students, we will discuss some of the disorders of pancreas. Now see, if pancreas do not function normally, there are two disorders which occurs. First is diabetes mellitus and second is hypoglycemia. So diabetes mellitus is a condition in which there is what, low secretion of insulin. Means when in diabetes, you all know, there is more amount of glucose or sugar in the blood, and these pancreas, what they are doing, they are secreting low amount of insulin. So this insulin, you all know, it is secreted by beta cells. So there is low secretion by beta cells. As a result, the person suffer from diabetes. So what are the conditions? That it results in high blood pressure and excessive urination. Okay, a person's blood pressure, it rises and the person urinates quickly. Second condition is hypoglycemia. In this condition, there is more secretion of insulin. So this insulin, what it does, it makes lower level of the glucose or sugar in the blood. So as a result, the blood pressure of the person, it decreases. The person suffers from lot of sweating and the person feels hungry. Okay. Other topic for today is adolescence and accompanying changes. So students, we always show growth, and this growth, it have various stages like infancy, childhood, adolescence and puberty, and fourth is adulthood. So infancy is the period from birth to about 2 years. So during this, what happens, the babies shows rapid growth, and the babies or the small child, they learn to sit, they try to stand, and they recognize to remember the people or the things around them. Second stage is childhood. This is the period between 2 years to 12 years. So there is a steady growth in the size and weight of the body, and children grows intellectually, emotionally and socially. So there is intellectual growth, emotional growth and social growth. Next is adolescence and puberty. Now student, this is the stage between childhood and adulthood. In this, body attains reproductive maturity. So it is 11 years to about 18 to 19 years it remains. So adolescents, basically they are known as teenagers because basically it is from 13 to 19 years of age. So there is a rapid growth in the body during this adolescence period, and at puberty, what happens, the boys and girls, they become capable of reproduction. There is full growth of reproductive organs and they are capable of reproduction. Fourth is adulthood. Now students, adulthood, it is the state when all the body systems are fully developed, but the person is still growing emotionally and socially. So these are the four stages.